For this bento box collage, we'll need a lot of different paper. So I have here a cardboard paper, like from the cutout of a cereal box. I also have a black square, a red square that's slightly smaller. I also have some pink paper to use, white papers, and some black strips of paper. For texture, I have some markers and crayons, but this is mostly going to be a collage. So, starting with my pink paper, I'm using some pinks and oranges to color and give texture to part of my pink paper. This will become the nigiri, which is fish over rice tied with nori. Flip your paper over, and working in the same area where the crayon is, draw two ovals with kind of squared edges. That's your fish. Cut them out. The next part of our bento box we have to prepare is the sushi rolls. I have a white piece of paper that I'm cutting to make smaller because I don't need that much. And I'm going to use some kind of texture. So I have here, I like how small it is to create the rice. See how those small holes are? Anything around your house. Or I also saw something where you can use a kitchen paper towel. That also has the right kind of texture that you can use. So either you're creating your own texture like me, or you can use a paper towel. Once you've done this and you've created your texture, you'll flip it over. Draw two circles. And cut them out for the rice part of your sushi rolls. We need the nori wrapper. So I'm just getting a rough estimate of the size of my sushi and then drawing another circle around in black paper, which I will cut out and eventually glue together for my sushi rolls. Time for the chopsticks. With the cardboard, the cereal box, I'm going to use my scissors and cut all the way from side to side. I get a little bit thicker as I go, but however you cut your chopsticks is just great. You need two. The third item is our seaweed salad. So with my white piece of paper, I'm folding it in half, and then all four sides, like the ends of a book, I will color green. Now that all four sides are green, or you can use green paper, I'm cutting short little strands of that paper, and eventually I'll crumple them up to make my seaweed salad. Our bento box needs a garnish, so let's add some lemon. Starting with a white crayon, draw a little rainbow and then lines that go from the rainbow to the edge of the paper. You can't see it so well right now, but once I use yellow marker, you'll be able to really see the design of my lemon. Pause it here where you can see the crayon to do the same thing. When you've done this, cut it out. We just need some finishing touches. So with your black paper, cut a couple of strips. This will be the nori that holds the nigiri together. I'm cutting a couple and then choosing the ones I like best. You only need one per nigiri, which is the pink paper, but you can do more if you'd like. I have some extra paper, so I'm coloring it orange, and I'll eventually use that as carrots to go inside my sushi rolls. It is time to assemble. I have already cut out some black and red pieces of paper. If you don't, you can always use a white piece of paper and draw the bento box on that. So don't let this stop you if you don't have all the colored paper. That's why we used markers and crayons to color in colors as well. If you have the paper, glue the red square onto the black to create your bento box. Remember, you can always draw your own on a white piece of paper. Now it's time to assemble, just like if we were preparing food. Starting with my nigiri and those black strips of paper, I'm just going to fold them around my nigiri, much like I would if I was making real food. And then I'll glue them down and glue these nigiri to my bento box. Next up to be prepared is these sushi rolls. So whether you have your paper or a paper towel, Start with the black nori roll and glue those to your bento box. Now go back in with the rice layer. I'm also going to glue my lemon wedge, my chopsticks, and my seaweed salad. The last thing we need to do is put our fillings in for the sushi rolls. I have the orange paper, which will be my carrots. I'm also going to cut up sections of extra green paper and the pink paper. All of those little pieces will go in the middle of my sushi roll to create the filling. There you have it, your bento sushi box. Time for lunch.